What's high-rise living like? You're about to find out. I'm going to tour you through this amazing unit and tour you through the building to show you what real life is like in a high-rise. I'm inside 1909, a gorgeous 2-bedroom plus a den unit. And we're about 1,750 square feet, which is a great size for a high-rise unit. This unit has been completely remodeled. Nothing has been untouched in this unit. So we have this really unique vibe, which I think is amazing for a unit in Panorama with this amazing strip view. The seller of this unit wanted to create a hotel style vibe in this particular unit. So traditionally this would have a wall here with a door that you would enter into your primary. But in this instance, we have this really unique way to enter in. And then what I love is they've capitalized on this gorgeous strip view. You also have a mountain view here. And that's just something I love about high-rise lifestyle is you get a view, a real view. Let's check out the primary bathroom. So in this instance, the designer of this unit did these amazing custom closets. And this is something that you're gonna see in these high-rise units. You're gonna have these gorgeous custom closets. And something that I always like to share with my clients who buy in a high-rise, you are definitely gonna have to downsize your wardrobe because there isn't as much space. But if you're smart, you buy a larger unit and you turn that one guest bedroom into a glam room. That's what I would do. And you would create more space in that way. Let's check out our shower here. Gorgeous walk-in shower. And then something unique that they did here is they did this copper tub. How cool is this? Really cool feature wall. Beautiful stone here. It's just such a vibe. So like I shared, minimal storage, so you're gonna have to get rid of some of those excess beauty products, but for a minimalist lifestyle, this is it. And for a lot of people, these high-rises are second homes. They're kind of a pop-in, pop-out type deal, so you aren't gonna need as much stuff. But if you're looking at doing full-time here, I definitely suggest downsizing your wardrobe, downsizing your furniture, downsizing, your beauty products, so you're gonna be much happier. Let's check out the kitchen. So this is not your typical kitchen. Again, this has been remodeled top to bottom. But something I like to share is one unique thing about Panorama is you have gas here. A lot of the high rises, you're gonna have electric stovetops. So if you're not used to cooking with electric stovetop, you're gonna have to learn. But if you're in Panorama, you have this opportunity to have gas. Now, something I like to mention to people who are like, Courtney, I love cooking. I am not gonna be able to do electric. I just can't stand it. First off, you can learn, I promise, I've done it. And two, you are literally across the street from the strip. And if you can't find a restaurant on the strip, I don't know what to say. They have every single restaurant by all the best chefs. Whatever you want is right there across the street. So over here, the designer created this really unique den space. They created this to host their friends and family. You could put a table instead of this cushion here and create like a restaurant style dining room. There's a lot of opportunity for this space. Over here, they made a bar, which I think is essential if you have a high-rise unit. It's nice to have a bar. You can have your friends over. Again, the great thing about this building here is when your friends and family come to visit for conventions, they're here for bachelor parties, bachelorette parties, celebrations, they're literally right there. Now, not all of the high-rise buildings have balconies, but Panorama does, which I think it's essential, especially if you want to take advantage of that view. It's one thing to look out your window and see the spectacular view. It's another to actually step outside and have a private space to do so. Panorama Towers is 2 buildings, 33 stories tall, and then in the center there is a loft style living. And those are pretty cool if you're looking for more of like single, they are connected, but they're loft style, really unique and interesting. Those rarely come for sale though. So if you're looking for a high rise, then you have more opportunity if you're willing to live in one of the two buildings. Now, something I like to share with people is we have different floor plans. We have floor plans starting around 750 square feet all the way up to 4,000 square feet. So when they designed this building, the two architects really wanted to create a New York, LA vibe, and they wanted to create larger units than what were available in the other high-rise buildings that were built before this. This was built in 2006 and 2007. Obviously, a project like this is pretty lengthy, so they just really had this vision to create that vibe, and they needed to bring that here to Vegas. So that's how we got Panorama Towers. Let's check out the guest bedroom. So what's cool is we do have a powder room here. And then you're gonna find these pockets in here. And something I really like that they did is they continued the wallpaper throughout. In some of these units, you're gonna see like a white wall and then like a brown door. So just to set your expectations, because this unit's really special. And if you've watched any of my other videos, you know I always talk about the low maintenance lifestyle of high-rise living, which is something I love. You know, if you have any issues, you can always call the maintenance team and they'll come right up. Now, if you're used to living in a huge home and you're used to having this glorious, gorgeous laundry room, you're not getting that in a high-rise. So in a high-rise, you're gonna get standard, you're gonna have a closet with a stackable washer and dryer. This is standard in pretty much all the high-rises. Now, there are a few, like One Queensbridge Place, which is another high-rise. It's located in Summerlin or right outside Summerlin. You can get a dedicated laundry room. That's what I had when I lived in One Queensbridge Place. But this is what you're gonna have to get used to. If you are not used to living in high-rise living, this is something you'll have to get used to. Let's check out this room over here. Really nice secondary suite here. I love that they did this awesome feature wall all the way throughout. Nice closet, really cool light fixtures. And then we have this gorgeous bathroom here with a walk-in shower. So in this room, they did this really cool wallpaper to look like a stone, but I love that they finished it and they created this really unique design in here. So something really unique about Panorama Towers is you have a limo service, which you can book downstairs that can take you to the airport or the Las Vegas Strip. How amazing is that? You don't have to worry about drinking and driving. You don't have to worry about getting a ride to the airport. They can take care of that for you. Something else I love is that what we're about to do is we're gonna go downstairs and check out the fitness facilities, the pool, the spa, and they also have complimentary tea and coffee, which if you're rushing out the door and you don't wanna have to deal with making your coffee, you can just go downstairs and get that done for you. So a con about living in a high-rise building, especially one that's right next to the Strip, is you are gonna hear and have a lot of traffic. That is a huge con. I've actually had clients move here from New York that have said to me, Courtney, if I don't hear traffic and cars and fire alarms and all these things, I don't feel like I'm living. But for someone who's used to a peaceful, quiet home, this might drive you insane, especially if there's a Raiders game. Panorama Towers is actually on Dean Martin. The Allegiant Stadium is right behind us, so you can imagine what traffic is like during a Raiders game or even a huge concert or soccer games. There's always something going on at the Allegiant Stadium. Security is so tight here, I can't even film the amenities. But that's really great if you are looking to live in a high-rise. You don't have to worry about people with cameras and doing all these things, right? So in this building, we have our limo service, coffee and tea area. We have valet, which is incredible. And something I love about the valet is that when you do want your car, you can just go on your phone. They send you a text message. You can text that number back and then they'll have the car downstairs ready for me. So as we were going through the building, you have to wait for that elevator. It can be such a pain, especially if it's really busy and there's a lot going on. But having that service, the text message service to get that car can totally help you if you're in a pinch, you need to get out of here. In Panorama Towers, we have an indoor racquetball room. We have our 5,000 square foot fitness facility. We have a heated pool and spa, and we have his and her spa areas. So you can just go downstairs, you can work out, then you could go for a swim, then you could go and change before coming up to your unit, or you could just leave and go wherever you need to go. So your typical lifestyle here would be, you don't have a lot of stuff living in a high-rise building, but you have these spectacular views. You're so close to the strip. If you're into gambling, you're into eating at fantastic restaurants, you're into just being in a vibe, being this close to the strip is incredible. You also get a balcony, which for me, I love sitting outside. And oftentimes in these high-rise buildings, you don't have a balcony. So you don't have an area that you can just step outside and have some privacy. You're gonna have to go and use the shared amenities, which is awesome too, but sometimes you want your privacy. Sometimes you wanna have someone over and have a glass of wine, sit outside, enjoy the fresh air. And that's something you could do at Panorama, as well as a few other high rises in the Las Vegas area. Like I shared, in this building, we have units from 700 square feet all the way up to 4,000 square feet. Now, if you're someone coming from a huge 10,000 square foot custom home, that might be really difficult for you to transition. As I've taken people through the different high rises in the Las Vegas area, I've had my clients say to me, Courtney, this is so much smaller of a space. I'm not used to being in such a small, tight space. And something I share with that person is, this has so much less maintenance. When you come down from 10,000 to about even 2,000 square feet, you're not gonna have to maintain so much property. You're not gonna have to worry about a yard. You're not gonna have to worry about all these things that get broken in these larger homes. You're gonna have a very efficient, low maintenance, easygoing, fun lifestyle, lock and leave. Something else I love about these buildings is you have 24/7 security. So if you're someone who likes to travel a lot, it's so nice to know that you don't have this huge home to maintain. You have this nice unit. You turn the key to go in, you turn the key to go out. You have security, making sure there's no one just floating around the building trying to get in, and you don't have to worry about anything. You can just leave, not come back for a month, no big deal. You can go to Europe and travel, and your unit will still be here. So that's always something to think about too. Now, one thing I love about this lifestyle, and I loved about this lifestyle when I lived in One Queensbridge Place, was that it was really easy to have guests and friends over, but it was also easy for them to leave. When you don't have so much space, people aren't gonna wanna crash at your house. They're not gonna wanna stay for long periods of time. They may stay for a night or two, maybe if they've had too much to drink, or maybe they're just popping into town, but it's always nice to be able to have that person come over and have them leave quickly and not stick around forever so you can go back to your lifestyle. And another thing I love about these high-rise buildings is you are so close to the strip. I know I keep mentioning that, but for someone who likes to go out, get dressed up, have a good time, especially in this building like Panorama, they have a limo service that I can book. So I can get all dolled up to go out with my friends and my husband, go in that limo, go to the strip, have a great time, and then come home safe and sound and not even worry. So having that access, being so close to the strip, being in the action, I think is such a huge bonus, especially if you're someone who is becoming an empty nester. Maybe you're coming into that next chapter in your life. You're wanting to have a lot of fun. You're wanting to have less worry, less stress in your life. Your kids are off in college. High-rise living could be the perfect opportunity for you to open that next chapter. For someone who just likes to travel a lot, you don't need a lot of stuff to hold you down. High-rise living, again, amazing. So if you're out there, you're thinking about high-rise living, I would love to share all the different buildings. Each building has something unique and special to offer. I get into that in my other videos, so definitely check those videos out. But if you're looking, I would love to help you. I'm an expert in high-rise living. I have explored and seen and sold units in all these different buildings, so I'd be happy to assist. If you're thinking about making Las Vegas home, check out the videos around this screen to help you decide. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.